Alright guys, this is going to be a fairly long one. I filmed a full session of bench, which you're seeing now, and you'll see a full session of squats, which went really well this week, later on in the video. This bench session is 240 for 5 sets of 3, followed by a single with 245. Everything went pretty well. On the first set, I paused all 3 reps, and on every set after that, I just paused the first rep and did the last 2 reps touch and go. But in weeks previous, I've had to kind of adjust to make sure that I complete the session, and I wanted to make sure that I completed it today. This training was on Thursday, which was the first day on the new macros with 225 grams of carbs. It hasn't been too difficult of a transition from 250 to 225. Carbs were fairly low already. And 225 is not that low, especially when you compare it to how low some figure girls have to get, even the ones who do things the right way. A lot of the time, carbs are around the 100 mark or lower for a lot of people, so I'm okay with where my macros are. Energy's been okay. Some days have been better than others. One thing that has been fairly difficult is to get calories, preferably carbs, in near my workouts, because a lot of the time I'm just fitting this session in between clients in an hour, and a lot of the time I have to split the training into 2 different sessions because I can't complete all of it in an hour. And if it were off season, that wouldn't be a problem at all. I'd just have something quick, maybe a Pop-Tart or something, but I don't have enough carbs to work with to do things like that right now, so it's just a little bit difficult. This is a meal I had the other night when I got home and realized I had over 100 grams of protein and carbs and 25 to 30 grams of fat. I typically try to evenly space protein, but clearly it didn't work out that day. This is my training from earlier today, Saturday. I had to delay my squat training until Saturday this week because my Friday was just crazy. I was either driving, working, or eating from about 5:15 a.m. through 6:15 p.m. and there was just no way I was going to muster the energy to get my training done when I got home. I had 385 for 3 doubles, followed by 405 for a single, and then 405 for a 1+ set. You might have noticed that my weight at the beginning of this video was 167.6. That's a new low, but I did sleep a little bit later due to being exhausted from yesterday, and was probably a little bit dehydrated from driving so much. I probably didn't adequately hydrate myself while I was driving. Still, I think my weight would have been a new low regardless. The rack I squat in at work is good, but I'm not a big fan of the flooring underneath it, and I have to squat on metal in the other gym I use. The rack is great, but I'm not a big fan of squatting on metal. I feel like my feet are sliding a bit, and this flooring I have at home is just where I like it, so felt really good today. That last set, you actually might have seen my heels come up at the top on the first rep. That's because my feet were too close together. I was adjusting in between, so that was on purpose. Here's my first single with 405. Up next is the big set, my plus set. Here's me really excited. I don't really get pumped up like a lot of people do. I think staying calm is best for me. Here goes. Definitely not my prettiest set, but I was pleased with it, especially since I got 395 for 3 last week. Not a PR or anything, but I'm sure it's a PR at this body weight. And this is me filming the weight. My bar only weighs 40 pounds at home. Got some posing in the kitchen, as usual. And after that squat session, I also had some deadlifts, like I usually do after squats, and a full session of bench press, because I was supposed to do that today. Squats were supposed to be yesterday, and I would like to have Sunday off because that's my only off day. So It's a long session. I didn't do all the accessories that were on the program, but I did all the main lifts and a couple of the accessories, so I was okay with the session. And I had a little bit of a pump here, so that's always good when you're posing. I'm just going to leave you to watch these last few poses if you care to. If you don't, that's okay. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed it, and don't if you didn't. I'll talk to you next time.